Picture a football field. The 50-yard line, or the center line, is where the two opposing sides meet. Now let's say that that 50-yard line is Chinese dumplings. On the one side, you've got pan-fried. On the other side, you've got steamed or boiled. On one side, pork dumplings. On the other side, vegetable. On one side, a thick, chewy, doughy dumpling wrapper. On the other side, thin, silky textured wonton wrapper. And on special teams, you've got soup dumplings and wontons. I've tried for years to find the perfect dumpling. I've even tried making them myself. All I got was dumpling burnout. And then the New York Times published an article on the authentic, multi-provincial Chinese food in Flushing, Queens. So I geared up, arming myself with the Times' map of the 20 best dishes in Flushing, and I recruited two of my favorite food friends, Adam Roberts, the Amateur Gourmet, and Daniel Delaney of VendrTV. My team assembled, we headed off to the last stop on the 7 train line, the line of scrimmage, ready to tackle the best dumplings Flushing could offer.
This week on Working Class Foodies,
there's a lot more than just dumplings in Flushing. We started off at the Flushing Mall, where we shared a couple of ground lamb sandwiches spiked with lots of cumin and spicy seasonings. We also shared a bowl of spicy beef noodle soup with broad, chewy noodles and what we were pretty sure was beef tendon.
That's really good.
Then we moved on to hit some of the vendor stalls that lined the streets of Flushing. For $1 a pop, we got some fantastic Peking duck sandwiches.
5, please.
Those look almost better. Nice. The Golden Mall is truly a culinary experience.
The coolest part was when we went down into that mall that smelled like intestines, because it was just like, I felt like I was in this like secret cavern. We shared 2 bowls, hand-pulled noodles, one with oxtail and one with wontons in it. The noodles were absolutely the freshest noodles I've ever had. Stretchy and had the scent of freshly made pancakes. It was incredible. That was crazy.
Finally, we headed to White Bear. It says it's an ice cream store, but when you walk in, all you see is dumplings. We got 2 kinds of dumplings. One in a thin wonton wrapper covered in a spicy sauce of garlic and spicy sesame oil. They were amazing, but even better were the pork and leek dumplings. They were boiled, they had a thick, doughy wrapper, and the pork filling was studded with leeks. These are really good.
These are great.
In fact, the pork and leek dumplings at White Bear were so good that Adam and I decided that we would have to try making these ourselves. We're going to take a quick break, but let us know what you think. Leave us a comment, rate the video, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Obsessed with White Bear's pork and leek dumplings, I hit up the Green Market, where I got a pound of fantastically marbled ground pork sirloin from Flying Pigs Farms. With a little thumb of ginger and some fresh leeks and scallions, I headed home to meet up with Adam to try to recreate White Bear's dumplings. To make the dough for the dumplings, take 1 3/4 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of water. Combine until you have 1 sticky ball of dough. Plop the dough onto a floured surface and knead it for a couple of minutes. Once it's got a nice consistency and it's gluteny and springy, wrap it in plastic wrap and let it sit for at least 10 minutes. Then I took about 1 inch of ginger, peeled it, and minced it. This was going to go into the dumplings. I took another inch of ginger and cut it into matchsticks. Then I combined this with soy sauce, rice vinegar, and scallions to make my dipping sauce. To make my dumpling filling, I finely chopped 1 leek. And then rinsed it and dried it to get all the dirt off. Meanwhile, Adam minced up some scallions.
Topping with scallions.
Then we mixed together in a bowl our pound of ground pork sirloin from Flying Pigs Farms, our leeks, our scallions, our minced ginger, some soy sauce, and a clove of garlic.
That's gonna be delicious. I would eat just that.
And then put it into a pre-chilled bowl and let it rest in the refrigerator. While the filling was chilling in the refrigerator, we rolled the dough out into logs, segmented it into little balls, and rolled them out to make our dumpling wrappers.
No, these are actually pretty fun to make.
Yes. We brought a large pot of water to boil.
That is intense.
And then we filled our dumplings.
You just folded it over and pinched it. It's like a big fat ravioli.
It's like you know when like little kids make cookies.
Yeah.
And everyone is completely different. Then we boiled our dumplings for about 6 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't a big dumpling fan until I made them, and now I think I'm gonna like seek them out.
We served our dumplings with our soy ginger vinegar sauce.
Good.
The results were amazing. Probably still not as good as White Bear's, but for homemade dumplings, they were fantastic. They were rich, meaty, soft, filling. They were everything you'd want dumplings to be. Now these dumplings are actually great to make for a Super Bowl party. They're easy to assemble, you can make them in advance, and they're cheap. The dumplings can be frozen and transported to a party and then boiled or even pan-fried really quickly for serving. They're also incredibly adaptable. If you don't like pork, you can fill them with a mix of minced vegetables. You can use shrimp, you can use chicken, almost anything you like. Be creative. My friend Kathy has even made dumplings with a cheeseburger filling. The only question then is, do you dip them in soy sauce, ketchup, or mustard? I might actually try mustard on those. The total cost for our dumplings came to $14.50 for 34 dumplings, which comes down to 43 cents per dumpling, or $2.58 for a serving of 6. So, now it's your turn. Let us know what your favorite Chinese dumpling is. Do you prefer them fried, steamed, boiled? Do you like them with meat or vegetables inside? What kind of dipping sauce do you like? Or even just share with us what your favorite Chinese food dish is. And we'll see you next week on Working Class Foodies. This episode of Working Class Foodies is dedicated to the memory of our wonderful, gentle giant, Bix. We miss you, Bix, and we'll always love you.